Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about some recent additions to my skincare rotation, some things that I've been reaching for pretty regularly. So let's jump in. Most of these you all have probably already heard me speak to, whether it be in a favorites video or on Instagram or something like that. Just things that are newer on my plate, newer in my bag, and I just want to talk a little bit more in depth on them. Not super in depth, but just, you know, scratch the surface a little bit. First thing, alternate exfoliant. You've heard me talk about this a million times. I don't need to scratch the surface on this. It's Pharmacy's Honeymoon Glow. This has been replacing my glycolic night serum, my baby facial, pretty much Bright On too. Pretty much anything exfoliating has been replaced by this every other night. But on the off nights, I do still use some other type of acid, all of which I think I've mentioned before. I think this is the only new acid in my routine. Next is something that I don't feel can replace anything in my routine because I don't feel like I've ever had anything like this. It is a purifying face cream. It is supposed to fight like the effects of pollution. It also has this technology in it that has like time release, or it sinks deeper to provide more benefits. It's this weird silicone science. I'm making posts on Instagram about this for sure. So if you want updates on this, stay tuned there. I will write a blog post about this as well, I think, but I don't know if I'm gonna make a video about it. But I have been really liking it. I've been using it every morning and every night. It's really gentle. It doesn't break me out, no congestion. I'm not gonna fully review it here, but this is just something that's inserted into my routine. I have been using it pretty much every day for about 2 weeks, I think, and I'm really liking it. So keep a lookout for a review on this on Instagram. It's hydrating, but it also provides other benefits, I think. So that's why I've continued to use it, and it's stayed in my routine, and I use it every day. Next is the Paula's Choice C25 Super Booster. I don't know if I've mentioned the C15. Basically, C Firma is out of my routine for the moment. I ran out. I had these two in backups, and I wanted to use them, and I love them, especially C25. I feel like it might be the most effective vitamin C product that I own. It's actually a cream. It's not a serum, but I feel like it boasts like super brightening powers, and so I've been using this in the morning along with C15. I know some people might not recommend that, but personally my skin doesn't have any issues with it. Vitamin C can be something that people are super sensitive to though, so proceed with caution. If this is your first experience with vitamin C, don't just jump in and use both at the same time. I would probably not recommend using this one as your first one because it's 25% vitamin C, which is pretty potent. Next is the Paula's Choice 10% azelaic acid booster. This has replaced pretty much every spot treatment in my routine. This is what I've been using the most, reaching for all the time. Well, I don't want to say all the time, but if I'm having a breakout, this is what I reach for. I have been loving it. It is so soothing, and I also feel like it expedites the healing time of my blemishes, which is amazing. And I'm really loving this. I don't foresee myself removing this from my routine, like probably ever. But yeah, just so you know, this is great. I basically stopped using every other spot treatment because of this. And lastly is the Olivaria fluid oil, the Squalane. I've been using this in place of marula oil because I needed to test it out. I wanted to see what it was like. I have a friend who like swears by Squalane, and I just wanted to see how it measured up to marula oil, and I'm really enjoying it, but I'm not going to stay away from marula oil forever in favor of Squalane. I actually prefer marula oil, but I have been really enjoying this, and it's super non-irritating. It's gentle. It's a one ingredient product. It's no fuss. It's just really hydrating and lovely on the skin. I'm gonna mention this because I don't know if it was in my last routine, but the Paula's Choice 1% Retinol Booster. This is the retinol that I've been using lately. I have not been using the Sunday Riley Luna. I have been using this, and I've been really, really liking it. It's a no-fuss retinol product. And a couple of honorable mentions are the Priori Gentle Cleanser. I've been using that a lot. And the Pharmacy Green Clean, which I forgot to bring in here. It's not really an honorable mention, but I have been using it nonstop. It has been my go-to for my first cleanse. and I've been really loving it. I just forgot to bring it in here. I have a full size tub of it and I love it. And also, I don't know if I mentioned this in my last routine video, but I've been using my Clarisonic again and loving that. I go on and my Clarisonic and I have an on and off again relationship, but I read the book, what was it called? Beyond Soap. I read that book, and previously I kind of just thought the Clarisonic was like a sort of an exfoliant. It was just supposed to like vibrate on your skin and make sure everything was getting off of it and that your cleanser was really doing what it was supposed to do. But then I learned from that book that apparently the ultrasonic vibrations of a Clarisonic might allow products to better absorb into the skin and have more effective results. So that's part of why I've been more consistent with that. But beyond that, I already own it. I've owned it for a while. It's, you know, it's something that I have in my possession, so I might as well use it. It doesn't irritate my skin. It doesn't bother my skin at all. And honestly, I feel like my skin is much cleaner when I use it as opposed to when I don't use it. So yeah, that's all I've got for recent additions to my skincare routine. I will probably do a full update in about a month, just with everything in it comprehensive. And in a couple of weeks or maybe next week, I'm gonna do a video where I talk about how I incorporate all of the products that I mentioned in that video about how I treat my acne scars, like what order I use them in, how I incorporate them, what time of day I use them, because someone requested that. So be on the lookout for that. And I will see you all on Wednesday. Bye. Oh yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.